What's good, YouTube? I'm I. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, please think about hitting that sub button for your boy. Today I got a classic album review of Andre Young, aka The Mechanic, aka the D.R.E, aka the greatest producer of all time, second studio album, 2001. Dre initially wanted to call this album The Chronic 2000, but he ended up changing it because he found out that Death.R.E Records was coming out with a compilation album called The Chronic 2000 as well. Dre was not happy about this for good reason, so he took the whole Chronic name issue to court, and according to his lawyer, Howard King, both labels agreed to let each other use the Chronic 2000 title, and they would just let the public decide which one they liked better. Death.R.E Records owned the whole Chronic trademark, but so did Interscope Records, who previously distributed for Death.R.E, so the whole name title issue was all over the place. To me, it just really seems like Suge's whole mission was just to try to mess with Dre, like try to stress him out. He's not on Death.R.E Records anymore. He started Aftermath, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Let Dre do Dre, and you do you. You know what I'm saying? Worry about yourself. I don't know what was up with Suge, always trying to make people fear him and make them uncomfortable and make people bow to him. I just don't understand that shit. I'm happy that Dre ended up doing away with the whole 2000 name and went with 2001 instead. But when Priority Records, who was distributing for Death.R.E, had caught wind of the name change, they threatened to sue and not honor their agreement if Dre used the Chronic trademark in any capacity on his album. At this point, I'm sure Dre probably wanted to kill Suge. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that because Suge put the man through so much shit, not just when he was signed to Death.R.E, but now that he's gone trying to put out this legendary classic album to be, Suge was just setting up so many roadblocks for him, you feel me? Dre eventually ended up going with 2001 as the name of the album, but because he really wanted to call the album The Chronic 2001, but couldn't use the words for legal reasons, he just put that little Chronic leaf before the 2001 as like a final you to Suge and Death.R.E Records. Like, I'm using the Chronic trademark without really using the Chronic trademark. November 16th, 1999 was the day that 2001 finally released. It sold 550,000 copies in its first week and has been certified 6 times platinum. This classic album was all about Dre answering the critics who were all saying that he didn't have it anymore and he reached his peak as a producer. You know what I'm saying? He released that one Aftermath compilation album in 1996 that didn't really do too well, and now everybody was flipping on him, acting like they didn't remember all that Dre has done in this game. On the 2 singles, Still D.R.E and Forgot About Dre, Dre is re-establishing himself as a top dog in the rap game and quieting the naysayers who seem to have all of a sudden developed amnesia about Dre's work. You also got a lot of songs on here about the bitches as well, you know what I'm saying? On songs like Housewife, Dre talks about how it doesn't matter if you put a ring on a hoe's finger or not, she'll always be a hoe at heart because it's not on you, it's in you, you feel me? Eddie Griffin, aka the Undercover Brother, who's one of my favorite comedians ever, appears on the Education skit, and he's talking about how some moms out there, they like mold their daughters into being gold diggers, and instead of focusing on the love part of a relationship, they focus on how to get more financially secure with a man. And I agree with that 100% because there are definitely some trifling bitches out there who go for the money first, and then when it doesn't work out, they like to play that victim role and act like they were always there for the love and like that. They wanted something real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a buck 50. You know what I'm saying? To all of the good women out there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real MVPs, you know what I'm saying? But to all the trifling bitches out there, y'all full of, you know what y'all full of, man. There's certain albums out there that even though they're considered classics, there's still a lot of songs that are very skippable. But this classic right here, I would say like probably like 2 or 3 songs, not including the skits, were skippable. Like, I love Big Egos, I love The Watcher, Still D.R.E, Forgot About Dre, Bang Bang, You, some LA the next episode. But I gotta say that my favorite track on this album is What's the Difference, you know what I'm saying? Dun, 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 dun. I just don't understand why that song is just so dope. On the song, Dre is posing the question of what the difference is between him and the haters that are always running their mouth about him. It's like what qualifies certain cats to even have the audacity to talk crazy about the D.R.E in the first place. In the beginning of the video, I called Dr. Dre the greatest producer of all time, and I believe that if you look at my man's resume, it definitely supports my claim to say that. When it comes to the rapping on this album, we all know that Dr. Dre had ghostwriters. We know that M helped him with Forgot About Dre, Jay-Z helped him with Still D.R.E, Royce helped him with The Message, right? The D.O.C, Nas, Snoop, Hitman, Corrupt, Exhibit, and Miss Rock helped them out. And I want to explain to you guys why it's okay and it doesn't hurt Dre's credibility. I'm a huge fan of Dre, you know what I'm saying, as you can all see. And I'm not over here trying to ride his cock and give him a pass for ghostwriting when I would rip another rapper apart for having ghostwriters. But check me out real quick, right? Dr. Dre is not a rapper first. He's a producer. And because he's not a rapper first and he performs surgery on beats, he's allowed to have ghostwriters, right? Nobody in the history of hip hop, has ever called Dr. Dre one of the best rappers ever, right? But producing wise, we know what the going on with Dre. If a person is known as a rapper first, they're calling themselves one of the best rappers out there, right? And people are writing your bars for you, that's a huge problem and that's a red flag. Now, a lot of rappers struggle writing hooks, which is okay. If you need someone to come through and help you write the hooks, it's okay because it's the hook and not the bars. So I hope that now you guys have a better understanding on the whole ghostwriting thing, like when it's not okay and when it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Hooks are cool for rappers, right? But if you're a producer first, not a rapper first, it's all good having ghostwriters. It's all good. Most of the production on this classic album was done by Dre and Mailman, but Scott Storch and Lord Finesse had a part to play on the album as well. On Dr. Dre's debut studio album, The Chronic, he did a really good job on, utilizing that G-Funk sound, right? But on 2001, he expanded on that and he had lots of soulful vocals and very powerful bass lines that really gave the production life. In my opinion, I think that this album right here is Dr. Dre's best album ever. I think that the original Chronic is dope as hell. It's definitely a classic as well, but I don't think it's with this right here. I want you guys to get in the comments section and just let me know if you agree with me that this is Dr. Dre's best album or you still prefer the original Chronic over this one. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at I'm Hurrikane Isaac 95. I'm Ghost, y'all. Peace.